Hello, good morning. This is Harsha. So I would like to show the demo on smart LLM application that was built as a part of Homework 3. So this is my VS Code terminal. So I'm currently running this application under virtual environment to avoid dependency or installation issues. So I built all these applications on a Streamlit platform. So yeah, let me just execute the Streamlit so that I can show you the UI corresponding to this application. So this is the unified search prompt wherein you can type in any related activities that the user needs to perform. And also I made this search to be quite open-ended in the sense like the user can type in anything related to the particular application the user wanted to have. For example, let us just look into the demo of email, meeting schedule, summarize PDF, and internet search. So let me just type in like email sent. So it will open up corresponding email sender application. So here under select a recipient, you can select the recipient to whom you need to send an email. And this information is stored in the context.json in my local system. And whenever the user needs to add any sort of email or email related information, the user can directly go ahead and edit or either add the information over there. And only the recipients which are stored in the particular file will be visible over here. So let me just send an email to this person, Harsha. So this is one of my Google accounts, to be precise, Gmail accounts. So let me just draft a simple email to Harsha. So you can click on the check draft to check if the created draft is satisfactory. If not, you can click on the check draft multiple times, and also you can add certain instructions under this enter your email prompt box. So this is the generated email draft and email subject. And if you are satisfied with this response, you can simply go ahead and click on send email. The email will be sent to the corresponding email address as given in the recipient. So yeah, I just got an email from this domain, my another Gmail account. So yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. So the next demo is to schedule a meeting. Okay. So actually, I struggled a lot to implement this functionality because I'm not able to exactly incorporate date parsing techniques along with the prompts. So somehow I made it to run a better pace. So this is the meeting scheduler uh, application. So here I implemented search free slots and also type your command, schedule a meeting via command box. So here the user can type in any natural language prompt related to meeting and the meeting will be scheduled accordingly. So before that, the user can also search, is there any available free slots for today? So before that, I created a dummy meeting with Tim between 1 and 2. So this particular time slot should not be showing up in the free slot. So let us quickly verify that. So yeah, if you could see here, the time slot between 1 and 2 p.m. is exactly missing. So I'm just trying to schedule a meet. So let me just show you how to do that. So I just used many commands to check whether it's working perfectly or not. So I used a lot of different cases. So everything is getting saved here. Okay. So I'm just planning to schedule a meet between 9 and 10 today. So it says meeting with team and I'm just executing the. Okay, before doing that, let me just do one thing. Let me deliberately try scheduling a meeting between 1 and 2. to see whether the conflict is properly handled in this case. Yeah. So this slot is taken up, right? Yeah. So it should throw conflict for today. Yeah. It says conflict detected because the meeting is already booked. So let us change the time between 9 and 10 itself. Yeah, it says meeting is created and yeah, meeting got created successfully. Okay. So great. And also this is pretty much what is it, customizable. Like you can give in any date related prompts like next day, next week, after 3 days, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, next month, and everything is handled in a proper way. So let me just simply type in like after maybe 3 days. Let me just take a look whether it's getting created after 3 days meeting with team. After 3 days from today. So it says it's created successfully on November 5. So let us just take a quick look. And November 5, yeah, it's getting created. So yes, this is a simple interface for meeting scheduler wherein the user can find free slots and schedule a meeting using this sort of command. So it's quite important to specify the timing and the meeting name, and it's not necessarily should be in the same order. It can be jumbled, but the prompt ensures that this information should be present. Otherwise, we'll be just receiving an error like unknown response. Unknown response. And with respect to this, you can even type in and the date like this structured format, or it's not required. You can just have a simple way of saying like schedule meeting today, after next day, after 3 days, next week, next month, etc., etc. Everything is handled perfectly fine. So this is with respect to meeting schedule. And next, I would like to show you about the PDF summarizer. So I'm simply typing in PDF. So yes, this is a simple interface. So let me just browse files. And I limited the size of each file should be less than 200 MB because I could find like if the file size is getting more than 200 MB, then the vector embeddings are a bit unstable for a reason. So I just have taken the three papers of interest. So I'm just going to upload them. It's not mandatory that you need to upload only three PDFs. You can even upload 10 or 20. Okay, it's not a problem, but you need to enforce this condition like the limit should be less than 200 MB per file. So yes, so after this, we need to hit submit and process. So the vector embeddings will be created for each of these PDFs. And I made this process to happen in a sequential way to ensure that the vector embeddings are created properly per file without losing any form of information. So this might take 15 to 20 seconds max. Yeah, okay. So everything is now processed. You'll be getting a message like you can now chat with a PDF. Just waiting for the message. Yes, you can now ask questions. Okay. So let me just ask who are the authors of Black Holes paper? It says Hooft and Hawking. Okay, this is correct. You can go ahead and verify with respect to black hole paper. I'm just opening it. Yes, Hooft, and also it mentions Stephen Hawking. The reason is if you could skim through this PDF, Stephen Hawking also served as a kind of co-author, but his name is not present over here. I'm not sure about the reason why is it so. But anyways, and also you can have a rough summary summarize. You can ask to summarize any random topics from any one of the uploaded PDFs. So let me take any one of the papers of interest. This should hide. Okay. Let me ask it to summarize anything. Uh, okay, I'm just asking what about the main results of this paper? Okay. Summarize about main results of we have taken the paper random matrix theory. Okay. Results of random matrix theory. Okay, it already provided response here. Let me just wait for the answer to pop up completely. So yes, it's able to summarize a bit more precisely, but not with a greater degree of accuracy. Okay, so this is quite useful if you are going to ask simple questions like fill in the blank kind of questions like in which year this happened, in which year this particular person was born, something like that from a PDF. But if you're asking to summarize certain things, it is doing with a certain degree of accuracy as per my calculation, but it's not quite reliable in this aspect. Okay, so this is about PDF summarizer, and yeah. And next is to search internet. I'm just typing in internet. Let me see. So this is to capture real-time information from internet. Yeah, you can ask anything like, I'm sorry for these searches. What is the current temperature at Gauge station? So also typo is allowed. It's able to recognize properly. So it says 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and also you can go to the terminal. You can see the line of thought process. Okay, of this particular use case. Everything is properly documented on GitHub, including the APIs and what are the authentication tokens being used. Okay, so you are welcome to have a look at my GitHub regarding to this project. Okay, so that's all. So the last case is like manage info or manage personal info. Okay, so I may not be able to show you a demo of this one because it is running on my local LLM and sorry, private LLM, Olama, and it is resource intensive. And whenever I'm running this, it is taking me nearly 20 minutes of time for execution. And after that, my system is getting frozen for about 5 to 10 minutes. So, however, I captured the output of the result from this model. So yes, it looks like this. So these are certain information I feed into the system, and I just asked the system to summarize about me, and it did a great job. And also, it's able to identify that this particular dosa item is from South India. It's a very famous item. So it's also able to correctly identify the nuances uh, of certain items which are present over here. So yes, so this is the entire demo of the project, and let me just spend 5 minutes of time to get to make it a repository to simply explain what was actually done with respect to this project. Okay, I'm just going to my README, and before that, I used OpenAI APIs as private and Olama for OpenAI API for public LLM and Olama for my private use case. Okay, and I also ensured that no sensitive information is shared through prompt, maybe with respect to email use case or scheduling a meeting, and the prompt is purely used only for the purpose of generating certain information so that it interacts with the authentication token, but deliberately the authentication token and all the sensitive information are not shared to the local LLMs like local APIs like LangChain or OpenAI for interest. Okay, So I just segregated the README into two parts, part one and part two. Part one, it clearly explains the working principle of each and every application, and also the type of authentication used, and how to get that authentication token, and how to validate the authentication token. So everything is provided step by step process over here. Okay. And yeah, and before this process, I didn't streamline it properly because I created multiple AI assistants, and through this, I just consolidated to a single console, wherein a single AI assistant is able to perform the operation of all these tasks. Okay, so yes, please go through my GitHub repository, and currently I'm having a working demo. So this demo is going to be very long, the sense like it is 22 minutes long, wherein I explained everything in greater detail, and also the UI is a bit different. Okay, so this particular video, I just made it to appear as condensed, and also it is so brief that you'll be able to understand in a proper way. And also the UI with respect to this video is a bit different with respect to the UI that I shared in my previous video. Okay, so yeah, that's all about this particular use case, and thank you so much.